All right, it is Sunday, April 5th. Okay. I am going to start vlogging or recording these situations that I keep being in. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who or what this is, why they think it's cool to follow me, harass me, target me, slander me and my children, and do all of these wild things that's going on. You would not believe the stuff that I be experiencing every day. Even if I just go to the grocery store, or if I just go to McDonald's, or if I just go to anywhere, the library, anywhere. It is out of control. The amount of people that are harassing me and my kids, I cannot explain to you guys how sad it is. It's getting to the point where it's starting to become it's starting to become like an actual problem. Like, I'm starting to realize that a lot of people in the country that I'm in, I can't say in the country that I'm in because I've been to another country recently and I've seen a little bit of it there too. So I can't say, but currently the country that I'm in, these people have lost their minds. They are borderline psychopaths. They are borderline losing. They're losing the essence of being able to be human. Their ability to be able to engage with other people and to respond in a mannerable way is literally depleted. That is gone. People are like, it's not many people. It's not many people at all. So I'm going to start vlogging it. The reason why I say that is because we were just at McDonald's for several hours and I was sitting down in the corner. My kids were in the play area. We were minding our business, and a lady walks up with her daughter. They sit down. She's smirking. She's doing all these little gestures and stuff, the same stuff that they're always doing that I'm talking about. And she did a little gestures. She crossed her legs all extra, hanging out of the aisle, and saying little stuff like little things like subliminal things and stuff like that. So I say, okay, whatever. Like, this is another day. It happens every day, all day, anywhere I'm at. Anywhere. Me and my children are at. Anywhere. So I go and look at these idiots. We're also being harassed in the house that we live in currently. They keep stumping at us. They keep following us around. And they also are some type of clairvoyant. Some type of where they can hear or see things without anything ever being said or anything. Like they can hear what you're thinking, even if you haven't said a word, even if you haven't even moved around. If you're not touching a particular thing, they know what you're touching. If you're touching something, or if you're flipping the channel past a certain channel that they don't like or something, they have these abilities. These abilities are coming online for people. They are. These are called ascension symptoms. I mean, these are called spiritual abilities. And many people who don't have them yet and aren't naturally having them, like these people that I'm talking about currently, they're from over in the next country. Over there in them war zones, they're born with that stuff. That's why a lot of them think that they're the saviors and all of this stuff, because they're born with that stuff. The people, the chosen people that are coming online with these abilities, they're not naturally like that. Most of the people that come online and access these abilities that are the chosen people, most of the people that have any type of spiritual abilities, it's usually like in dreams, or there's like a grandmother or aunt, or there may be a child that has like some special abilities that they talk about, but it's not as thorough as these other ethnicities. These people, they know a lot of stuff, and they've known it for a long time. When I say a long time, I mean a long time. I mean, they hold DNA from back when before our forefathers ever went through captivity and lost all of their clairvoyancies, all of their spiritual abilities. Okay, before all of our stuff went dormant and the curses started to come on us. They hold this stuff from before we went through any dormant time frames that we've gone through. So when we interact with these people, and you interact with these people and you see them and you're having situations where you have to deal with them in any sense, these people are showing you the people that your people dealt with directly. There is no doubt in my mind. This is what you would call Easter Sunday today. There is no doubt in my mind that the people that I'm currently living, the tenants I live next to, there's no doubt in my mind that these people didn't know my four people back when Christ was walking earth. There is no doubt in my mind that these people were not the people that had blood on their hands and contributed towards him at his death. There is no doubt in my mind. No one will change my mind. I don't care how many people say they're Christian. I don't care how many people say that they believe in Christ. I don't care how many people say they're Muslim and believe in Christ, or believe that Jesus was a prophet, or whatever it is that they want to kind of dip and dab in. I could care less. I know for a fact these people are online with their abilities to show us what it is and what it isn't, and where we have come from and where we are going, and what we have to take back as our birthright. They have stolen our birthright. These are the birthrights that we are entitled to from birth, that we were cursed and were not allowed to have straight from birth. These people, they drop stuff over the top of us all the time. They hear us talking or not. We may not even be talking. For example, we had an issue where we had lost a cat. So we were looking up something online for the lost cat. So I was on these different websites to see if someone turned the cat in. So we looked, and then there was a page where it said, oh, these cats were returned and they're deceased. As soon as I clicked on that page and I read where it said deceased, the husband of the house, comes and picks something up and drops something very loudly over me. Now, I didn't say what I was reading out loud. I wasn't next to a person who was reading the same thing with me and said it out loud. Nothing about what was on my phone at that time was out loud. My phone is not tapped. None of that is going on. These people, because a lot of times they do that too with other stuff, and I don't have a phone, and it has nothing to do with a phone. They have spiritual ability. They have clairvoyance. These are our birthrights. They have stolen our birthrights. And what I say by they have stolen our birthrights, they are too human. So they have the ability to access these things. It says, if you believe, right? So if you believe, then you have the ability to access this stuff. Right now, they're standing over me because they're so annoying, okay? But you have the right to access these abilities, regardless of any ethnicity. That's why it says, if you believe. But the people who are chosen, the chosen people, their birthright is to have these abilities from birth. Many people don't have that from birth. The nations that have that from birth, they are abusing their abilities. They're using it for evil. The Bible says they are very quick. I have to go get the quote. I will get it and I will try to put it on here. They are quick to do evil and slow to do good. They have no intention on using those abilities to help out people. If there are people that are doing that, there are few. I have seen many people use their abilities to try to poison the minds of other people with their abilities. They literally take the time, especially when they come from these war zone countries, they come to these other countries and then they get on their welfare and they draw our birthrights. Once again, we are Jacob. They are not Jacob. Jacob have been cursed. The curses have not come off of Jacob. The end is here, but it's not ended yet. If these people still if they have more precedence over, in all nations, in any country, over the chosen people, with their abilities to sit where they're sitting and to be where they're being and not be in distress or be threatened. And don't get me wrong, they are, some of them in their home countries, they are threatened. But so are we in our home countries. As you can see, Nigerians are getting killed for being Christian. Muslim Nigerians killing Christians. Then there's Muslims in these other countries that come from these war zone countries, and they come over here with our birthright, with our blood still for, after they done stole our lands and eating our foods and taking on and taking on the higher frequencies in our ordinances and our traditions. Then they come over to a next nation, and then they come over and then they harass the chosen people with those abilities. Now, when you first wake up, people don't realize that, because they always say, oh, we're going to get back our birthright. But nobody know what the birthright is. No one knows what the birthright, no one really knows what it is that we all want back. We just sense that there's something that belongs to us. These are some of the things that happen first, so that you can go and access the birthrights and the riches and all of these things. If you don't have these abilities to hear and to see and to smell and to know and to in your being understand certain things, if you don't have that and somebody else have it and they're not the chosen people, they don't even have the bloodline, the frequency, the flowing through their veins to access God when he calls for us. They don't even have that, but yet they have everything else. They have the system in the palm of their hands because they think that because they come from war zone places that are currently still war zone, that they should receive more support or more help. And don't think for 1 second that they don't use the black-white card. Because anything darker than them, even in those nations, they have dark-skinned people. They mistreat those people. So don't think that the black-white thing don't matter, because it matters. And they make sure to let you know that they know it matters. Because the moment that they want to harass you and assault you and slander you and disrespect you, that's the first thing they pull out. Now, right now, and I can hear them talking right now, there is a family that lives upstairs in the house above me. They've been threatening me and my kids. They know I'm in a vulnerable state and I'm here with just my children. So they take it upon themselves to harass us. We have come in, many nights we come in late at night just recently because they keep harassing us. So when we come in at night and we say, hey, we don't really want to be around y'all because y'all are stomping at us and dropping stuff at us just because you hear us in the room. We say, hey, we don't want to be a part of that. So I come in late. I make sure that my kids are not too loud. My kids aren't loud. We're in the part of the house that will be their living room, so they shouldn't be bothered by us being up. But they wait for us to come in so that they can come and stump over us at 11 o'clock because they didn't get to stump at us at 5 and 6 o'clock. Then they sit around. Now, we don't say nothing. They sit around and they use their clairvoyant abilities to see what we did for the day. I have no reason to lie or to make up something like this. Any person that don't understand this would say, oh, that person, you're crazy. What you're saying is like, that doesn't make sense. It could mean anything. That doesn't mean that. Bull crap. You know that the people, when I say you know, I mean it, you know what exactly there is to know. You know exactly who and what the things are to come for the chosen people. If you know that, then you know what I'm talking about. You know maybe not everything that I'm talking about. You may not know, have experienced everything. Where you can hear somebody, or you can see something, or you can just know something, or you can not say anything, but they will know something. These little like Bluetooth or like aura connections that are connecting energetically to one another. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. This is where the chosen people, they come online and they start. When I say online, I don't mean like making a video or posting it on the internet or on YouTube or a social media platform. I'm saying coming online into the spiritual realm. And when you're in these spiritual realms, these is just like different levels of the spiritual realm. And all the levels, I don't know. All I know is that this is a certain level that I don't ever recall hearing or being or experiencing or seeing or knowing when I was younger. This is when I've gotten older. This is when I've done a lot of knowing, and I've had a lot of experience, and I've seen a lot of things. And I've seen quite a bit of things, a lot more things than most people who call themselves Christian. Most Christians, and they find a neighborhood or an area or city to live in. They find a church to go to, and they find security in that little routine. Me, I'm a different type of Christian. I've actually had to bear my cross. I've actually had to deal with a lot of stuff that a lot of people would have already given up. And so I remember years ago when I first understood that there's a birthright to get, I didn't know all the particulars. I didn't know all of the stuff. But now I've seen more and more and more. And then I got a house somewhere where there's somebody. And for some reason, I think that they housed me here for this particular reason. Okay? And don't think for 1 second that they ain't watching every single one of us. Anybody that's got a little bit of something that could turn in a lot of bit of something later. And so I know that they be watching everybody. If they've seen that you have any type of spiritual ability, they be following you and watching you. And so I know for a fact that I've been put here just to have this experience. You can say, oh, God put me here. Of course, God put me here. But I know for a fact that it's something else that orchestrated it as well. Because there's something else that's a little too, that I have to actually watch out for. Okay. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that I wanted to get online, and I actually want to start trying to vlog or like video a little bit more of what be going on when I'm outside, because today the lady, she said some little 1-2 thing, and then next thing I know, oh, we stay there. I guess they live close by. Maybe she had a teenage daughter or something. And then she told a teenage daughter, and they all got dressed and came to, and I'm not no fucking teenager. So I don't know why they keep tending. It's like some, I don't know. But they all came to McDonald's with me. It's me and my little kids at the play area. Now there's other families there, a ton of other families. So I'm sitting there still after that lady long gone. I come back into the seating area from leaving the plate, watching my kids in the play area. And I come back and I move my stuff to a different area. This lady's long gone from early this morning. I come back, just saying, oh, they're saying like this subliminal stuff or whatever. I come back, then there's one girl, she's with a gang of people. And this one girl, she comes and she sits down in the spot I was sitting when that lady was there harassing me earlier today. So they keep doing this little stuff. And I'm not bothering anybody. I don't look abnormal. I look normal. I'm a woman. I'm not a man. I have 2 children. I have a little boy and I have a little girl. We do not be bothering nobody. We be doing normal stuff. Very, very, very normal stuff. Nothing we doing is abnormal to be targeted and to be followed and to be harassed and to be called out of my name, to be slandered, and all of these little subliminal things that they be doing. They are terrible. So I'm going to keep posting because I feel like something may happen, and this may be like a little start to something where I need to notate it, because it's kind of getting a little where it's like, at this point, other people need to know. At this point, I don't need to keep it to myself no more. It's been going on for like several years now. So it's like every day for several years. So I need to let somebody know. It needs to be notated. I've told the police. The police they got to have a lot more to really act on it. So I don't really I don't call the police on that little like McDonald's stuff, but the stumping and like the clairvoyant stuff, this is new, so I had to call the police. It kind of got out of control. So yeah, they're a little wild, and they're a little disrespectful. Like, they're actually very disrespectful, and they don't care what. See what I'm talking about? They don't care, and they're listening, because I hear the floor creaking. So like as I move, they're standing over the top of me, listening, trying to hear what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, they have nothing to do, and that's the problem I have too. It's like they come to this country, any country. Let's just say any country. I mean, it could be Europe. It could be anywhere. They go to any country seeking help from their war zone countries, and they go to those countries and they terrorize the people in those countries. They might not do it at first because they're new and they don't, they go there and they terrorize other people, and then they do it in the name of their God. They try to act like they're Muslim. They try to act like they're whatever, okay, whatever religion, okay, because there's a whole bunch of other nations I have seen, and they do that same thing. They come and then once they get, like modernized or Americanized, I guess you would say, and they change their clothes and they take their hijabs and their head wraps off and they start to get in the mix of the culture, then they start getting very, very evil. When they first come, they're very humble because they're running from whatever they're running from, right? But once they get there, then they start terrorizing the other nations. They start terrorizing Jacob. They start terrorizing the chosen people. And it is a problem, a big problem. On top of that, they have our birthrights. So they're doing evil with our birthrights. And half of us don't even know that there is these abilities. And then just think about all of the black men, Jacob, all of the sons, all the children of Israel, all of them, they have been compromised by these other nations and have failed to the women of these other nations, not knowing that they have, and they ain't gonna speak on it. That's between them and their brother and their cousin and their uncle and their little gangs that they get together with to talk about these things. Only they know these things. So I'm gonna try to post a little bit more. I'm just gonna post this raw straight. I'm not editing anything. I'm just gonna start posting because I've been waiting to do this for a long time. I used to have a channel, a YouTube page a long time ago, and it did well. It did very well. And then I went through ascension symptoms. I was going through everything. Most of it even kind of showed onto my page that I was going through it. And I had to the page is gone. Okay. But I'm going to restart it. I'm going to restart it, and I'm going to try to speak on a lot of this stuff because it is wild. My experience, I think people need to know about what has happened out here to me and to my children and in the places that we've been. I do think that people need to know about this. So I'm going to keep y'all updated on these full-blown, they on drugs and everything, and trying to watch what me and my kids are doing 24/7 while they draw full-blown welfare and then target me and my kids. We can't even sleep at night. We can't take naps. We can't do our schoolwork. I have a homeschool area here, and I can't even have class because they're stumping at us. They're threatening us through the floor, stumping at a little baby when she's just talking, saying, "Hey, mommy, mommy." The lady gets off the couch and just stomps at my child. And on top of that, they're raping the baby. They got 3 girls, and they're raping the kids. So I And I'm just going to put it on here like that. Some told me today I had to take my son to the doctor because the stuff that she's doing in his house is causing health problems for my son. So I said today I'm just going to take him to the doctor today. Urgent care. Went straight away. I'm going to urgent care. Indian lady or something like that. Go in there. And why the lady don't want to give me the referral paper? She said she's going to refer him to a dermatologist. I said, okay. So can I have a referral paper? She says, oh, I would just send it over. I said, that's not normal. I need a paper. I need a paper trail. That doesn't make sense. Like, what are you trying to hide from me? This is my son's medical records. You're going to give me a copy of it. You know, I didn't say it like that, but I just said, I need a paper trail. That doesn't, come on now. So she gives me the paper. Eventually, she gives me the paper. She says, oh, okay. First, she wanted to see how dumb I was. Like, do I look dumb? Do I look dumb? I'm not stupid. And see, that's the thing too, is that they come to all these different nations. They come and they sometimes they play like they Muslim or that they of a certain religion when they not. They just straight evil, just demons. So I'm covered. So she assumed that, that means that, I'm slow how they be acting. They act like they can't speak English when they can. They know how to threaten you in English. They know how to say other stuff in English. They know how to go get some money in English. They know how to go get something free in English. So they come over here and they play dumb. So she thought I was dumb. This is what I'm talking about. And they want to play like they just so devout Muslim or so devout whatever religion and then be evil as I don't. They be so evil. I mean, evil. And quick to do it. I be like, dang, like, you don't even care. Like, you don't even got no manners. Like, you don't even have no type of manners. But when it's something that they want or a certain person, is like certain family member or something they have to do something for or be near, you see the manners come out. But when it comes to anybody else, they are just raw disrespectful, as if God ain't watching them just pour out, spew out negativity and evilness just all around them. They think that they're just covered and that they can just spew out whatever to other people. Just because you may not like their appearance, just because they have a certain color on, that'd be a lot of times, they have a certain color on and they have a problem with it. It is really bad. It's really bad. And I don't think it's getting any better anytime soon. I think that since the pandemic, something released. And the ones that was already crazy, it cracked open more craziness from them. And this is something that needs to be talked about. People need to have a conversation about this. It needs to be put on the radar for something you should not be doing. If you're one of them, if you're not aware of it, you should not be doing it, because you're slowing down the frequency of the people, and you're keeping people more in this fight frequency, in this having to defend something that's not needed, that's not normal. It's not normal to go to a restaurant and somebody's just slamming a cup because you sat beside them. Maybe in certain countries, but the country I'm in right now, no, that's wild. That's unheard of. So I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to. It's getting so out of control. And I'm gonna start posting these people's names. I'm gonna start posting pictures of them. I'm gonna take a picture when they start acting stupid. I'm gonna start taking a picture of them, and I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna speak about how stupid they look. You know how they have the people of New York, and they're walking down the street, and there's this cute little family, and they take a picture of this cute little guy and girl, or there's a certain guy or a certain person, and you take a picture, they taking a picture, and then they write a whole thing. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Because somebody need to expose the evilness. Y'all worried about the good. Somebody need to expose how evil these fucking people are so they can see themselves. It's one thing to be doing something and not know. It's another thing when you know. And they play so stupid. And they play so dumb that we have to make sure that they're not stupid and that they're not dumb. And I'm going to be one of the first persons to do it because I'm sick of it. People with good hearts, they get to a point like this when they do these type of things. Just like these other nations, they get to go and run around and destroy stuff. Then they get to run to another country, change their name, sleep with their sister, and say they married and start their life over somewhere else. And then we got to sit, and then they get to go into these countries, filtrate through these countries. And then people who are supposed to be here, supposed to be in a more heavenly place, can't even be in because the things have been compromised, stolen. These are thieves. They're thieves. And then if there's any problem that they have with you, they want to call you the thief. But they're the ones thieving. So I'm going to speak on it. And I've been waiting to speak on this. And I've had a platform where I spoke on other things and I did pretty well. But I think I have to change the tempo of what I'm going to speak on now. I'm going to have to change it to where, it's like you're making music or something. Okay? And so we're gonna have to go into maybe a little hip hop here because it's done got bad. And I'm gonna record it. So stay tuned.